Where have you been for 8 months? Doesn't matter. Jade Empire time. Hi, I'm the Butterlord. It's time to upload some videos again. I've been live streaming, but you know what? Why not just make some videos? And today, we have a very fun game for that. And I'm going in mostly blind because I've only played a little bit of Jade Empire. Barely any, honestly. If you're not familiar with this game, it is part of the BioWare Golden Age, where it came out after KOTOR and Neverwinter Nights, but it came between that and Mass Effect, so it's kind of more similar to Mass Effect. It has less RPG elements which kind of suck, but I do really like this game. More so I like it aesthetically, because if you don't know, I love Kung Fu movies. Firstly, Jackie Chan, awesome. One of my favorite franchises, Mortal Kombat, kind of for that reason. So I'm really excited to actually play through this game. It's not running as well as I'd like it to. I don't know if I can fix it. It's a little slow, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it. So we have, of our characters, and you probably noticed this, you can't really make a character. You have presets, and you can customize like their abilities and stuff, but not much. Not great. So let's look through our roster. We have Scholar Ling, Lu the Prodigy, Monk Zheng, Wu the Lotus Blossom, Furious Ming, Tiger Shen, and Radiant Gen Z. I mostly know how to pronounce Chinese names. There's probably a few of those I'm not doing great, but that's beside the point. If you kind of notice when looking through, it says character types, and that's obviously their focus. How it works is there's 4 different types in the game for that. There's magic, balance, fast, and strong. There's a male and female counterpart to all of those except for strong, which you just get Tiger Shen in that case. We're not really going to look through all this because that would take too long, and I want to try and remedy that issue I've had in the past where I just ramble on. So we're just going to go with Furious Ming because he's on the title. Custom points, and we're going to give him Mind, which increases weapon use. We're also going to buff up his Spirit. And we're going to keep his body low for now. I think we can, as we level up, we can increase those, but I'm not entirely sure. As for special moves, you always have to have Heavenly Wave. Aside from that, we're going to pick Legendary Strike just because it seems cool. Yes. And our name, like I said, I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat, and I have some awareness of, I have at least enough awareness to know how Chinese names work. So, just for fun, we're going to name him Kung Kang. Yep. Kung Kang. Or Kung Kang. Yep. That sounds good to me. Let's just go ahead, start. Let's get into this and see what happens. I apologize if the intro is kind of rushed. I'm just winging it like I normally do. I probably will have to edit this though. Just because, for some reason, OBS doesn't like to work with this game. It's kind of weird.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
Very well. I could blindfold myself. That might even the odds.
For all that, he's trained you to be the best of us. You're not Master Li yet. I would welcome another match with you, though. Let's say one more before we break for the day.
I can always kick your ass again.
Let us begin.
So, this game has RPG elements, but it's more of a beat-em-up action game. So, yeah. Mouse 1 does a light attack, Mouse 2 does a heavy attack, spacebar's block, we can roll by double-tapping the movement options, and shift, we can use magic to heal ourselves. I really just want to get through this tutorial right now. Please, slap me harder.
I must dress these.
Yeah, it was a little too hard. I'm just kidding. There is no such thing. Okay. I apologize if you hear the mower in the background. I'm not sure who's doing that. Alright. Heavy attack! And we should just now be allowed to kick his ass freely. Please. Yes. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. No, no. We're on normal difficulty, by the way. I just like how quickly he popped back up.
Did you see? Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Yeah. Thank you for the
You are
bout.
gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training.
Don't worry, I'll come back just to kick
Master
your
Lee
ass some
told me
more.
to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
That's a good thing. We're not gonna rush. We're gonna make sure we get any side quests done. If you rush through a game without doing the side quest, are you really playing the game? Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would be vital. Besides, who could turn down a chance to practice with you?
Oh, well, aren't you sweet?
You have
Okay.
some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar.
Is that the Buddha guy standing
I
over
shall
there?
leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Wherein a master foretells of doom, a rival challenges for station, and the past haunts the present. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of two rivers. Master Lee promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest, and shadowy assassins who need no law. What? Yeah, I'm sorry about the frame rate. I don't know why it's like this. I've tried fixing it. Hopefully, someone in the comments can help with this. Otherwise, this may just be how the game works. Auspicious portents. Understanding the stars in the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home, we can see the signs of his effect on creation. Of the observable phenomena, three major ones are the most auspicious. Comets, the flames of the heavens, stars, sun, passing... Oh, okay, no, sorry, that's a comma, okay. The flames of the heavens passing across the sky, eclipses, during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to Earth. I got experience for that. Good. Okay, I didn't know that was going to give me experience. Harmonic combinations. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponents. Sagacious Tian. Harmonic combinations demand the use of two styles in rapid succession. First must be of the class called Support. The second must be the class known as Martial. Timing is the key. Begin with a focus disabling effect and follow quickly with a powerful barehanded blow. The two effects working in concert will create a harmonic channel in your chi and wreak havoc upon your foe. You must be swift as the window to create the harmony is limited. Disable your foe, close swiftly, exchange styles, and strike with all available force. Let nothing stand in your way, but beware opponents of greater strength may possess the training to resist this technique, though blah 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 blah. I can never learn to speak right, it seems. Dear Lord, why is it like this? Hello there.
One day, Gao does not have the patience to properly learn what Master Lee is trying to teach us.
Are you Gao?
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
Why do you doubt yourself?
I haven't yet settled in. My studies in the Imperial City were far inferior to the instruction you've had. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Lee?
The The only one who has been here almost as long as Dawnstar.
She also came here very young, didn't she? The two of you are generally considered the most advanced students here. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Not really, I'm just killing time. And the living's easy. Smiling Mountain's on the phone with Dawnstar. Okay. How well do you know the heirs at this school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he
Oh,
lacks
you're
discipline.
not Gao.
That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
Who are you, then? What do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why do you say that?
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
How has Smiling Mountain helped
Well, he
you
doesn't come
train?
close to Master Lee's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Have you heard anything special about me?
I have heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough.
Just
to
let me
know
be a
much
little
more.
bit of a narcissist
Most
for
of the
a
students
quick
seem to
second.
appreciate your abilities.
Who doesn't?
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Lee has been a mediator of sorts, but
Gao
Gao
sucks.
responds
What
poorly
does
to
it matter?
authority.
Let me get back to my other questions. I mean, it's a bioware game, so there's a lot of dialogue. What are your thoughts on Master
He
Lee?
is one man and guides his students well. My last school had two masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
What style did you study in the Imperial City?
At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Lee's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital.
How do Master Lee's skill measure up to the teachers in the Imperial
He is
City?
greatly skilled and tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent study.
Other questions? Wait, what do people from the capital think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Why would you be worried about the Lotus Assassins?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
Why are people questioning the direction the Empire is taking?
Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Do you know anything about rumors of ghouls?
There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. Try Lynn. She seems very interested.
Who's
in the
Lynn?
ghosts.
Is that Lynn? She seems very focused on her training right now. What can you tell me about... Yeah, what can you tell me about places other than here?
I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. What do you want to know?
Please give me more information, exposition man. Tell me about the Imperial City.
It was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most noble houses, all the greatest
Excuse me.
warriors gather there. It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
And also a place where you can very easily get assassinated. Sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust.
How do you like this area?
Two Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
What do... Okay, I already asked that.
They consider farmers
Okay,
uneducated
yeah.
rustics, though they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Lee out here.
Let's hear about the rest of the Empire while
The
we're at
empire is
it.
divided into 4 massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the Imperial City. In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate. To the west lie the hills of the 6 Holy Scrolls. I know little about those 2 provinces, though.
Back to my other question. You're fairly new here. Tell me about yourself.
Honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
Why are you here?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
What sort of dangers would the Imperial City have while I take a quick bite of my fish sandwich I made?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What will you do when you are done training here?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Alright, and that's everything.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Exposition Man. You're a lifesaver. You also killed most of my episode time, then again, that was my own fault. The Old Tongue, Volume 1. Thou Fan, or the Old Tongue, was the native language of one of the many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the Empire was unified by Sagacious Tian. Okay, that's who that is. Our first emperor. As the war raged, constant shifts in territorial leadership spread the use of the Old Tongue. By the time Sagacious Tian formed the Empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire.
Typical.
Oh, you're Gal. Yeah, you're Gal. What's in this chest? What? Martial styles do not always access the energies of mind and body harmoniously. Sometimes imbalance is the source of their power, as is with Iron Palm and Viper. So, did I just unlock a new fighting stance? Each requires possession of 3 meditation scrolls. Okay, I need 3. That prepare the student for the forces that will be encountered. If these disciplines are attempted without complete understanding, the student risks accessing more power than the body can withstand. Got you. Knowledge of Iron Palm and Viper is not often shared, as most martial practitioners consider them to be in opposition to classical training. If a student happens upon one of the scrolls detailing these styles, he or she cannot and should not attempt to train in the style until gaining the possession of all 3. Most difficult and humbling step of any journey is the acceptance of one's own limitations. Okay, so these are probably ones I'll get way later on. A long drought. The Long Drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and low rainfall took their toll on even the Why can I not pronounce that? Prodigious... Fuck. Anyway, reserves of the Imperial's granaries. It destroyed the grain. It killed the bread. It killed the bread! The sages predicted at least 3 more devastating dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Dear God. The Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Though the Empire's divine will, green returned to our parched land and stability was restored. So, the Empire, as we know it, was founded by a man named Sagacious Tian. And there was a recent drought, and what I assume to be the current emperor, Sun Hai, just decided, no more drought, and it was. That's weird. Okay. Gal the Lesser.
You're finally here to talk to Master Lee, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
I hate you. I wanted to talk to you 2 a moment. I want to be friends.
A senior student? Master Lee's little lapdog here to talk to me? My lucky, lucky day. Don't you have something more important to do?
I could kick the shit out of you if you wanted. What did I do to deserve this
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Wow. Okay, then. That's how you want to be. Hello, Smiling Mountain.
I thought Master Lee would have your attention for
Damn,
the
that
rest
is
of the
some
day.
scarring.
It's good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit
Or
from
so,
your
those
experience.
brows.
A
Damn,
strong
son.
opponent is the best trainer.
Can I ask you some things about the
I am
school?
charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Tell me about the philosophies you mentioned.
Master Lee is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Tell me about the way of the open palm.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Give me some examples.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Sometimes conflict cannot be avoided, though.
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
Now tell me about the way of the closed fist.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
What is it, if it's not evil?
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
What's the difference? The person dies each
The
time.
difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Does this have any practical effect?
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
Does this have any practical effects?
You are the sum of your actions.
Okay, so he's just gonna say the same thing. Okay.
I am
What kind of items and additional training do you
Ah,
sell?
yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Why is there a fee?
Training has worth, and Master Lee allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside 2 rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
You're the richest man in 2 rivers, aren't you? They're not teaching new styles then.
No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Lee has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Show me what you have. The belly of iron, heart of gold, and mind of steel. Belly of iron. Series of exercises developed by Smiley Mountain. Those who learn and use his belly of iron techniques learn to take blows better, giving them more stamina in combat. The strain of using these exercises in battle can slightly reduce a warrior. Okay. They all have trade-offs. Heart of gold. Smiley Mountain help the students learn to master their chi. By remembering specific mantras in battle, it is possible to channel slightly more chi than normal. This extra concentration can slightly distract the warrior from maintaining focus in battle. I think that would probably be the best one. Mind of Steel. Yeah. Mental exercises that test the memory and quickness of thought. Smiley Mountain's Mind of Steel techniques can help a warrior better focus in battle. Yeah, the main thing Focus does that I remember from just a little bit I played of this is that it gives you it affects your ability to wield weapons, if I remember correctly. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of this episode because we have hit 27 minutes, so I hope y'all enjoyed. It was a lot of exposition, but we gotta start somewhere. BioWare game. And I should hopefully start uploading videos pretty regularly again. I'm planning on doing a new series as well right after this. So, I've been the Butterlord. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.